Good, beautiful morning, everybody. The energies are really high today. So I hope you're joining us for today's discussion and meditation. I have a very different type of a being with me. I don't know what they are, but I know that the energy that they're bringing in is very strong. My heart is actually racing really fast right now as I feel the energy of this being who calls himself Aratria. And that is who is speaking today and who will take us through the rest of this session. If you want to support this channel, please remember you can use the PayPal feature. You can use the Super Chat feature on YouTube. The discussion is on the key to happiness, and I'm going to let him take over in just a moment. But I hope you guys are aware that there is a massive change ongoing right now for humanity. Everywhere. There's no place on this planet that is exempt from the changes that are ongoing. We call these ongoing changes ascension. It is something that is happening to your consciousness. It affects and it influences everything you will say and do. And it becomes very important to consider what you harbor in your heart and what you harbor in your mind. These are the aspects of your consciousness that are being influenced by these incoming ascension energies. It does not matter what frequencies these energies originate from or their sources. What matters most is that you realize that what you hold within yourself is going to be amplified. This will precipitate the conditions you find yourself in, individually and collectively. You have reached a point in your evolution where your technology is beginning to surpass your own creative consciousness. Many of you are becoming dependent on this technology and forgetting the true nature of your consciousness. To awaken yourself now is more important. To realize that any condition in your life can be altered or affected by subtle and simple changes in your mind and in your body. These changes are both in thinking and in consumption, what you put in your physical form. But I'm here to also extend to you through this transmission a vibrational upliftment that if you're able to allow yourself to receive it without the anxiousness of your mind or the restlessness of your body, then what you receive could be of great benefit to you, as most of what you have received from the world around you has led to, unfortunately, greater confusions and uncertainties in yourselves individually and collectively. And so I come today to offer the extension of this energy that you might receive it. There is a practice that your societies have repeatedly resurrected in an attempt to assuage the potential destructions and changes that come with the unconsciousness that you have articulated. By unconsciousness, I mean that you have become unaware that you are able to control your thinking mind or your energy, the substance that you use to interact with this physical dimension. This function called meditation is a very simple and effective way to restore yourself to what you are and what you are as a being, as a consciousness, learning a function of interaction with another dimension other than the one that you normally reside on in consciousness. The physical and mental dimensions are different densities of consciousness than what you are. These levels of densities are subjective and amenable to the way in which you will choose to interact with them or become subjective to them. You may become subjective to them or become originative and overacting upon them, that you can change the way the thinking mind works and the physical body functions. This becomes very important at this time, as there's a very fine balance upon your collective unconsciousness that must be taken into account in your meditations, that you restore and establish the normal and natural hierarchy between your awareness, your minds, and the bodies that you use while you're in this dimension. The structure of your personality is not who you are. The structure of your personality is the informational matrix that you've compiled through many lifetimes in this physical dimension, and with which you execute creative outcomes into this physical dimension. How you give rise to civilizations, to technology, and how these things fall back into the dust from whence they came are a direct result of the way you have chosen to interact with them. You may restore yourself some subjectivity to your mind and to your body. And if you so do so, you will be able to effect the necessary change to make the leap into a higher level of creative expression in this dimension of time, space, and matter. For some of you, this will not be necessary, as there are many of you that will be leaving this dimension as you have learned and experienced all that you can in this physical realm. And for those of you, it is time to move on quietly and with dignity. For those of you, however, that are in the process of learning to comprehend and understand your position of creative influence over time, space, and matter, then what will be said that follows will be very important for you. And what I would encourage you to do would be of great benefit to restoring yourself to a position where you not simply feel victimized by the conditions of your own creating, but recognize that you're in a position to alter your own creating, to change the conditions in which you find yourself. There are several things that I want you to consider as you hear these words, and consider the vibrational offering that comes through them, as there is a specific vibration being transmitted within the words that you are hearing. The vibration may take you up or take you down, depending upon energetically how you choose to receive it. If you choose to receive these words with fear, then you will have one creative effect upon how this energy will interact with you. If you choose to receive these words with love, you will have a different creative effect in how these words will influence you and the vibrations as well. Quite simply, the first function that I'm going to ask you to consider is the function of your body. That is how it is breathing right now. It is important to place your body into a condition where it is open and receptive to your awareness. That is, you recognize that you have an authority over the body that the body does not have over itself. And that the very minute you execute a process of breathing over your body, you begin to induce the physical form into a structure of energy that is of your own choosing. This is determined by the intensity or the stillness of the rhythm of your breathing. That is, if your breathing is slow and deliberate, you will establish the body's consciousness into a state that is less active and distracted by the environment. So I encourage you to use your breath to settle your body down, to bring it into a place where it is less distracting to you. You allow your body to physically relax. You give your body permission to physically relax. This is not such a simple thing as many of you might believe. There are many of you that believe that your body has more control over you than you do over it, and that is false. You are in absolute authority over the functionality of your body in any given moment, including autonomic functions such as heart rate, blood pressure, and chemistry. All of these aspects of your body are amenable to the way in which you can interact with the physical form. The function of your breath is but the first beginning step in being able to establish this authoritative position over your body. Through the use of your breath, you can move towards such things as regulating blood pressure, heart rate, and chemistry, even restoring and diminishing the functions of specific organs, nerves, and glands. But the breath is the first step in beginning to reacquire that natural authority that you have over that physical organism that you find yourself inhabiting and hearing these words through right now. So I encourage you to breathe slowly and deeply and place your body into a position where it is relaxed and open and receptive to your awareness, so that you simply give permission to all the muscles in your physical body, all the nerves and organs and glands in your physical body. You give them all permission to relax by the way in which you instruct the body to breathe. Slowly in and slowly out. Slowly in and slowly out. And you continue to breathe deliberately, directing the body to relax with each function and use of your direction to the body to breathe. You instruct the body to relax, to become open and receptive to your awareness. Through this function of breathing, you have taken the first step on being able to restore your authority over the impulses and actions of your physical body. This is but the first step, but it is a very important one. And if you understand how you can experience your body relaxing, that you can say to the arm, relax. You can say to the shoulders, relax. You can say to the muscles throughout the body, relax. And using your function of breath to ensure that the body is receiving your instructions. That is, when you exhale, you are directing the system to relax. You begin to acquire a state of calmness, relaxation in your physical body. It begins to settle down, and you begin to feel how the body experiences being allowed to settle down. Your body, of course, is an organism that you inhabit. Your body is an organism that you currently inhabit. It has very simple functions of sight, sound, touch, and taste and smell. It has elements of behavior built into it that allow it to survive, to avoid potential dangers to itself. And so one of those elements of the senses is hearing. So as you use your breath to get your body to relax, you might find that your hearing is distracted by sounds and noises. And you can simply use your breath again to draw your breath in, to give permission to the body to relax, to draw the ear's attention away from hearing, to bring the attention of the ears inward to your own internal voice, so that your ears hear you saying, be still, be quiet, be present, be calm, nothing shall disturb you. You speak thusly to your hearing, and to all the other senses of your body. Likewise, you do the very same thing. You say to the sounds, be still. You say to the smells, be still. You bring all of your attention away from the world. You bring it inward into the center point of your body, the place, what you would call your physical heart. You bring your attention to the physical heart. You bring your attention to your physical heart. You bring your awareness in there with your breath, deliberately and intentionally using the function of your breath to pull all of your attention from the world into the center point. Now, you will also notice that you're able to still remain attentive to what I am saying to you without being distracted or disturbed from feeling your awareness now becoming present within the physical heart. Continue to breathe slowly and deeply, directing the body to relax and pulling the attention of the senses of the body into the heart. That is, to direct your ears, your nose, your touch, your sight inward to the heart, to where the heart beats in your physical chest. You bring yourself there. Your whole being goes to this point in your physical body. And simultaneously, you continue to gently and slowly moderate the breath of the body. Every direction you give your body to breathe is also the direction to give your body permission to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful. These ascension energies that are coming into your planet require that you be in a specific state of consciousness to optimize the favorable effects of this energy in your life, as opposed to the unfavorable effects of the energy. This requires that you get both your body and your thinking mind into a vibrational state that you wish to experience as that which produces the conditions of your physical experience in this dimension. That is, the existing thoughts and emotions you may be in possession of may be generating qualities of energy that are not favorable to producing a pleasant and joyful experience of existing in this physical dimension. Whereas in getting your mind and body into a state where they are quiet, open, still, and receptive to your awareness, you can begin to consider with your awareness while simultaneously using your breath to keep the body and the thinking mind still, quiet, and peaceful. Remember, you are asserting your authority over the body by directing it to breathe and be in this fashion. Even if the function of your mind is distracting, if you have too many thoughts or emotions, you simply have to realize that when you assert the function over the body by using the breath, you are simultaneously asserting a function over the whole organism, in that your breath, and you intend your breath to bring your body into a still, quiet, and peaceful state. You bring your thoughts, your mind, your memories into a quiet and peaceful state, because you are now utilizing the functions of your body to direct it into a new state of being, to direct your mind and body into a new state of being. In this process, you begin to recover your rightful position of authority over the thinking mind and the physical body. This also means that there are functions of responsibility that you begin to reclaim. For in the very act of doing what I am suggesting that you do, in this very act, you are restoring yourself to the position of authority over mind and body. which you originally possessed when you came first into flesh. You are restoring your position of authority over mind and body through the simple application of this process of the breath. In getting your mind and body to be still and quiet, you, as what you are, as a being of consciousness, the one that is inhabiting that body that you find yourself hearing these words through, you get to experience energy very differently than the way you normally do when you find yourself being identified with the thoughts that are in the mind, the emotions contained within the body. Many of you find yourself lost in them, but in this process, you begin to rightfully reorganize the positioning of your mind and body in relation to what you are as a spiritual consciousness, an entity of another dimension, not of the physical and mental realms. You are a soul. That is the best term we can give for it right now. You are a soul. You are in possession of a system of thought. You are in possession of a physical organism that you are here to use and learn through what it is to interact creatively with this realm we call the physical dimension. Stay in this position of breathing slowly and deeply. Allow yourself to feel the vibrational transmission that originates from the place that these thoughts and expressions are coming from through this form. You are a function of consciousness. You are able to assert the function of your consciousness over both the function of the thinking realm, that is the realm of thought forms, and the realms of matter. This comes about because you begin to reestablish a position of awareness, recognizing you are not the thoughts that are in the physical body, nor are you the physical body. You are aware and are in possession of thoughts and a physical body that you utilize creatively in this physical dimension. Once you establish or begin to restore the proper hierarchy within the consciousness spectrum of your awareness, your mind, and your body, you can begin to become more intentional and deliberate in the functions of creation that you are capable of executing in this physical dimension as a matter of intention, imagination, and inspiration. That is, you may receive ideas beyond the known realm of mind and matter and bring these ideas down into mind and manifest them into matter, as you see this going on around you all of the time with innovation and such. Your existing technologies are drawing you outside of yourself, and so you are finding yourselves getting disconnected from the very nature and source of what you are, finding yourself distracted by the external world, lost and captivated by it, some of you not even remembering who you truly are. This process of directing specifically the functions of your biology as an act of your own consciousness, directing the functions of your biology through an act of your own consciousness, begins to restore you to the proper position of consciousness relative to the thinking mind and the physical body. In the act of asserting the breath upon your body, you are restoring yourself to authority over your physical body. You're restoring your authority, once again, over your physical body. The same positioning must be taken in relation to the thinking mind and the remembering mind. When you begin to observe, evaluate your thinking mind, you begin to restore a natural positioning hierarchically in the consciousness spectrum of your mind, your body, and your consciousness, or the term soul might be more appropriate for some of you. But once this consciousness hierarchy is established again, that is, you simply are aware there are thoughts, there are memories, there are emotions, but they are not you. They are experiences of which you have partaken while in the organism you are currently experiencing physical creation in. If you understand this structure of information, then the positioning is a matter of choice then to observe thoughts, to observe emotions, to recognize there is a distinction between what you are as the consciousness, observing the thoughts, observing the memories, observing the emotions, observing the body, that you recognize you are not your body, you are not your thoughts, you are not the emotions, but you have these as part of your toolkit in learning to understand the functions of creation upon a physical dimension. The functions of creation upon a physical dimension. That your body will easily do what you tell it to do. It will go where you tell it to go. It will sit and stand as you direct it to, because you have authority over it. Even the autonomic functions of your body, you have authority over these. The very act of deliberately breathing establishes that foothold for you, that you can begin to remember, I can place my attention on the heart and it will be affected. I can place my attention on the hands and they will be affected. I can place my attention on the digestive system and it will be affected. And the nature and quality of the way in which you interact with your physical organism, that is, the thoughts, the considerations, the ideas that you apply upon your body, will affect it. And certain thoughts may compel you to act in certain ways if you have not learned to distinguish yourself from certain thoughts or ideas. Many of you find yourself enslaved to the thoughts of other individuals who have said, eat this food, it is very good to you. Drink this substance, it's very good to you. And you get caught up in the excitement of their thoughts about this thing they want you to do. And you are lost in the sensation of their thoughts, disconnected from your own. And you find yourself in a body that is in a state of not so good a condition, that it is not healthy, it is not vibrant, because you're caught up in acting the thoughts of others. You must come back to the revelation that you are not your thoughts, nor are you the thoughts that other people have given you, but that thoughts as they are have a very specific and natural influence upon the conditions of your body and your immediate environment. All of your thoughts orchestrate specific qualities of energy that produce very specific results. All of your thoughts are cumulative and regenerative. That is, if you hold a thought in your mind, it will create more of itself. It will build an energy, and then you will attract and build more thoughts like that. But I'm here primarily today to open the door to your realization that you must differentiate yourself from your thinking mind and your physical body for the purpose of establishing a proper and healthy creative interaction with them. For there are many elements in this world that will distract you from who you are, therefore keeping you disconnected from what your function for creation is here. The reason you came here into this physical dimension to inhabit a physical form was to create and to understand the function of creation, to know what creation is as a function of your being. The body and mind are simply the mediums through which you articulate that process of creation. Many of you have gotten lost in the structures and information of the mind or the sensations of the body and become disconnected from the realization that you are here, in effect, to be able to assert authority over time, space, and matter. You're not here to remain subjective to it. You are here to be able to articulate creation over time, space, and matter. If you are lost in the body as the locus of your identity, you will find yourself then trapped by the sensations of the body, that which is sweet, that which feels good. You will find yourself trapped in the system of your own creative process. Equally, you can find yourself ensconced and trapped hung upon the wall in the thoughts of your mind, the memories of your past, keeping you trapped in a loop of them. And again, you can find yourself stuck in there for many lifetimes, stuck in the sensations of the body for many lifetimes. But in this position where you begin to execute a deliberate and authoritative role over what your mind will think and what your body is doing, a deliberate and authoritative role over your mind and body. And do not defer that function to others, but the very act of your breath. Slowly and deeply breathing in and directing the body to relax. Giving your body direction to be still and relaxed. Using the breath of your body to assert that the thoughts in your mind can likewise begin to become still, quiet, peaceful. That you can draw the distractions that the body is captured in inward, pull your attention away from the world, inward, into yourself. Within yourself, you may still hear sounds, but they will not disturb you or distract you. But you will be aware that as you use the function of your breath deliberately and intentionally to settle the body into a very relaxed and open receptive state, and then apply the same function of your breath over your thinking mind. That is, you can say to the thinking mind, be still, be quiet, be peaceful. Using the function of the breath in conjunction with the structures of thought that go like that. Be still, be quiet, be peaceful. Be still, be quiet, be peaceful. As you experience the mind growing quieter through the application of these ideas and the utilization of your body's breath, you will begin to gradually reclaim your authority over the thinking mind and the sensations of the body. In this place of reclaiming yourself to the awareness that you are, you open yourself up to being able to connect to dimensions of information that are not available to you through this world or through your thinking mind, but are available to you from other dimensions of consciousness. There are many individuals joining into this creative process with you, many coming from other realms of consciousness, assisting you here at this great and powerful moment that we call ascension, the inflow of energy, giving each and every one of you the opportunity to understand that you are the dominant consciousness in the function of creation in this physical dimension, that even the moon, the sun, the stars, the planets are amenable to the way in which you can consciously and deliberately interact with these elements of manifestation. It does not matter how great or small an object is, your consciousness is capable of transcending the limitations of size and time and space. Your consciousness is capable of transcending the effects of size or time and space. That you can direct the body and tell it to open and close the fingers on a hand, that you can direct the body to do this. The same process applies true with other physical realms of experience in this dimension, that trees and animals and air and water and sky are amenable to your interaction with them. But if you believe that you are simply a physical body, that you are just a composite of senses distracted by this sound and that smell and that touch and this taste, then you will be entrapped in the paradigm of the body, and you will feel like the world is something that is happening to you rather than something that you are here to happen to the world. Likewise with the thinking mind, if you believe that the thoughts in your mind are the locus of your identity, that all the thoughts that are in your mind constitute who you truly are, then you are bound then by the structure of those thoughts and the creative, effective energy that those thoughts will produce. Now, as complex as some of this information may have sounded, the process is particularly simple if you understand the function of your breath is the starting point to restore the proper hierarchical structure in your consciousness between what you are, your thinking mind, your physical body, and your environment. And it begins with your recognition that you can and do assert deliberate authority over matter through the function of your breath alone. Every nerve, every organ, every gland, every muscle within that body when you breathe is reacting and responding to your direction for it to breathe. And therefore, you are affecting matter. You are affecting matter through the deliberate function of your breath. You are affecting chemistry. You are affecting blood. You are affecting bone. You are affecting muscle. You are causing effect by the way in which you direct your physical body to breathe. The same role and relationship must be established between your thinking mind and your awareness also. That you must establish with your thinking mind a position of authority, the same way you can with the breath of the body. Direct the body to be still, to be quiet, to be open and receptive to the way in which you would choose to interact with it. That you can make the body open and receptive to particular vibrations and frequencies like vitality and healing and wholeness and restoration, vibrations that you can bring down into the body. And likewise, then you move to the thinking mind where thoughts and memories and emotions often keep you captivated, entertained, so to speak, by the illusion of them, that you may likewise turn to your mind, the place where memory, emotion, and thought is, and say, be still, be still, be still. As your mind quiets, there's an awareness that you begin to feel yourself independent of thought, independent of matter, not separate from them, but in another position relative to them in consciousness. That you can say to your thinking mind, be still. You can say to the body, be still. All the while using the mechanics of the body's breath to direct both mind and body to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful, to gain that proper positioning that you are by nature designed to have over both mind and body. And in this position of awareness, you can begin to consider the nature and quality of the thoughts that you already possess in your mind and how they may need to be changed or re-articulated so that your function of energy and creation is changed when you express it through your physical body, as the nature and quality of the thoughts that you have and have acquired constitute very precise and specific manifestations of energy that become the impetus for your body to function in very precise ways. As you practice this process deliberately, you will gain more awareness, more understanding, more clarity, more peace. For your true nature is not to be subjective to your mind and body, but to be assertively and authoritatively loving over them, that you can affect and influence the conditions of your world by way of the mechanisms of your thought and your physiology. You transmit energy into the physical dimension through the body by the mechanisms of thought and emotion. You transmit. Many of you are finding yourself subjective to what you're receiving from the environment, and that does not do very well at allowing you to understand your creative functionality, if you become subjective to everything and anything around you, it becomes very important that you become very mindful of what you will allow to come into the senses, into the mouth, into the eyes, into the ears, is as equally important as what you will bring through them, what you will allow through them, what you will download into your mind as an idea of joy, of creativity, of limitless possibilities, of freedom, of vitality, of wholeness, of health. That you can embody these ideas and make them an existent part of your physical process of creation. You did not come into this world to be subjective to it. You came into this world to learn the function of creation. And there has been never a more important time in your recent history to understand this than now. That the existing energies pouring into this dimension, we call them ascension energies, that can be harnessed for good or not so good. That what you hold in your mind and heart will be amplified with all of you. And there is no individual upon this planet that will be exempt from this process of ascension. That which you hold in your mind and heart shall be elevated, whether that is good or not so good. What you hold in your mind and heart shall be made better, stronger, whether it is good or not so good. So use this process to re-articulate your mind and body into a state of energy that is going to be conducive to the things that you want to experience creatively in this world. Joy, excitement, bliss, peace, happiness, creativity, excitement, communion, unity. There are many different aspects to joy, and they are not all so boring. Some of them can be quite exciting, as many of you have found out in your little flying suits and your aircrafts, and you're climbing up the great hills and mountains. No, this great creation you exist in was never meant to be a trap. It was meant to be an experience through which you began to understand and articulate that you are creator. You are a creator. And each and every one of you is in this position of consciousness where you may execute that function consciously and deliberately, or you may choose not to do so, in which case your experience will be one where you feel like you are holding onto a rope and being dragged across the dirt by a horse. Or you may choose to ride the horse. The choice will be exclusively yours in how you choose to use your creative process in the coming months. What is unfolding upon this dimension is but a blink of an eye in the experience of creation. From the perspective of your biology, there is an element of time that will span some 20 years, that this creative outcome will be demonstrated to you, that it is going to be good or less good. And each and every one of you plays a role in this process. It is my hope in coming here that you would have an understanding of what has been said to you today, that you would choose to articulate and demonstrate your creative free will over the mind, over the body, to end your subjectivity, the illusion that you are somehow powerless in your experience of life, that you are a power far greater than your mind and body can ever be, but that your mind and body are instruments through which you always are putting your creative expression. You're always putting your creative energy through mind and body. You see it outpictured as the societies and the cities and the civilizations that have come and gone upon this dimensional realm. So be in that place as often as you may each day, go to that place where you pull away from the world. You bring your body and your mind away from the world. You give them rest through the function of your breath. You restore yourself, to what you are, a creator that has a mind and has a body through which you can create the conditions of your life as you are experiencing them right now. And you may use that mind and body to change the creative experiences that you're having right now into something else. But be sure to understand that these energies are coming whether you like it or not. But that you may utilize that energy in a most wondrous and powerfully creative way so that you will create something that you will enjoy quite profoundly, as equally as you will not be judged if you would choose to do the opposite. That is, you choose to use these energies to perpetuate suffering and pain. As needless as it is, it will have its value at some point in your many lifetimes at educating you on what is right for you to be and do, to think or not think. You will come to an understanding of that. Thank you. Wow. Good morning, everybody. So my heart's finally started to settle down. But for about half an hour before I came on, my heart was racing as I could feel the energy of this being Aratria coming into my body to share that message with us. And it's pretty amazing. And I hope you really enjoyed that. Very exciting times we live in. Yes. Yes. I see that. I'm just going to switch over to Q&A, guys. Hi, guys. Good morning. Can you? I think that you just got it. Well, fighting is a choice. Fighting is a good choice for some people. There are people right now in the political spheres that are literally fighting. They're fighting for your right to not be enslaved by a government. They're fighting for your right to be a free moral agent. They're fighting for your right to not have your money taken from you. And there are those that will champion you, but you must become your own champion. In some lifetime or another, you're going to have to start championing yourself. You have to become a champion. Thank you. You're very welcome. Free will is free. Somebody's saying here, I could be wrong, but I know free will is not free. Free will is free, but you have to realize what the will is. Most people are subjective to their bodies. They tell me this all the time. A lot of people believe they are the body. This is who I am. Once this body dies, that's it. They believe they're just a body. And then there's people that believe that the thinking thoughts, the memories, the emotions they have is who they are too. And they're stuck in that cycle of memory and thought, right? And they believe that. And then when the body dies, they think, I'm gone. There's no more me. No, you are the awareness. You are the awareness. You are a soul, a divine consciousness. And you have an authority over your mind and body. Hi, guys. Meditation.
What about free will?
You are free will. You are free will. You are free will. How you choose to interact with your mind. You are free as to what you will believe or not believe, what you will accept or not accept. You are free to ennoble the beautiful body you have with vitality and life, and you are free to destroy it. Your will is free in the sense that how you can use your attention creatively to create one way or another, to create what you call good or what you call not so good. But every one of you has a free will, even in the confines of your limiting belief systems, where you've been conditioned to believe that you can't do anything right, or you've been conditioned to believe that the government is in charge of you. As long as you accept and adopt those beliefs as the only truth, then you have used your free will to keep yourself bound to those beliefs. But your will is still free to reject any belief or idea. Your will is still free to reject any belief or idea, to accept new possibilities and new ideas. So you could say that your will is the attention that you place upon any thought, idea, or belief that brings it into manifestation. You are a free will. It's what you are. Good morning. Someone's asking, good morning, may I have a message? Hope everyone is having a beautiful day. Yeah, me too. A message for you. Yes. It's funny, I'm getting the word sunshine is really going to be powerful today. Get some sunshine today. Like really, not just to go out and get light, but to go out and have a communion with the sun. Like where you're not just feeling the heat of the sun hitting you, but actually connect to the energy of the sun. Like connect to the energy of the sun. Yeah, there's more to that than that. And I highly encourage you, again, if you want to get more than that, go book a reading with me. Half hour, 1 hour reading, and experience the changes in your life that are really possible for you. There's so much more to that than that. Good morning. How are you doing? Yeah, it's a very, very quiet Saturday where we are. Question. Higher than higher self and immortality. Yes. When you start to awaken, when you realize you're not your thoughts, you're not your emotions, you're not your body, you are an awareness, and you start to remember who you are, then like many of the great yogis and mystics that we've witnessed can leave the body willingly and go to another realm of consciousness. Some call it super conscious. You can go to other dimensions. There's other realms you can go to if you want to. Good morning. Bianca's asking about astral projection. Is it common to have something negative attached to you and bring it back? Only thing holding me back. Also, my husband woke up one night and told me I had a bright white light emanating from my bed. What could that have been? That's your soul activating. That is your soul becoming activated. You're becoming conscious. I'm told to tell you, do not be afraid of astral traveling. Let your fear go before you do it. If you got fear about it, don't do it until you release the fear. And what he was saying earlier is you can literally use your breath to release your fear. Before you go into meditation, get the body, get the mind quiet, still, and peaceful. Once they're quiet, still, and peaceful, the system of your mind can't interfere with the process. And then move your practice by moving your awareness, say, into another room in your house, and just take little baby steps. Go into the bathroom, go into the kitchen, go out, move your awareness outside to the front lawn, move your awareness above the house. In our masterclass 103 and 102, we go into astral traveling, astral projection, and teach students different ways they can learn to activate that. But no, you cannot bring a negative entity back with you if you are not connected to anything negative the moment you are leaving the body. That's why you get the body and you get the mind quiet, still, out of the way. You get the body and the mind into what's like a sleep-like state, so that you, as awareness, which are a function of love, as an awareness, you are love. As an awareness, you are love. But you want to get your mind and body really still and really quiet, so that when you leave, you're not bringing that stuff with you, which can potentially attract lower vibrational energies. You're seeing that on the planet with all this negativity of people, because they're in anger, they're in fear, they're in guilt, they're in shame, and they attract all these lower vibrational entities being brought into this dimension. And there's an equal amount of higher vibrational entities being brought into this dimension with those that are meditating and raising their frequency up and restoring love to their body, restoring love to their mind. So there's also room for higher vibrational energies. So you want to get your body into a place, your mind in a place where it's quiet, calm, and peaceful. And you can even establish a frequency of love in your body. Like you can say, I'm going to fill my body with a vibration of love. I'm going to fill my mind with a vibration of love. And I'm going to go out and pursue these other places and spaces and times. But do that. Start with small places, bedroom, go to the bathroom, go to the kitchen, go to the living room, go out to the front yard, go to above the house, go down the street to the park. Start small. Start your astral traveling. Start small, right? But no, you won't. Not you. Your soul is waiting to do this with you. Thank you for that. Question from Danielle. Meditating in the sun, I was given the vision of grass-covered temple ruins. Then I received an aerial view and understood it was a temple of spider form. Which civilization was it? If I tap into that, it's not one I'm familiar with, but it's a civilization that is pre-Great Pyramids. It's between the Great Pyramids and Atlantis, because the Great Pyramids are far, far older than Atlantis was, right? But between those two, that's where that civilization rose and fell, between those two. People don't understand that our creative consciousness is interacting with the electromagnetic field of the planet. Our collective unconsciousness is interacting with the functions of the electromagnetic field of the planet, which in turn is interacting with the electromagnetic field and functions of the sun and the other planets. And that historically, when humanity has gotten to places like we're close to right now, where we're in a predominantly fearful and negative state, that the field reacts in response to that. And there's been massive tectonic, literally, where a whole continent can literally rise and fall in a single day. Literally, that can happen. That's why I'm dedicating the rest of my lifetime to allowing the masters and these different beings to speak through me, to communicate this information and messages, that we must learn to shift our collective unconsciousness from fear to love, so we don't re-articulate the experiences of Atlantis and Lemuria and Mu and the one that you just described, Daniela, that all of those places rose and fell because the quality of consciousness shifted to a level that was lower vibrational in frequency, right? You know, you can take two magnets and you bring them close together, put them on a table, bring one close. When the field of one gets close to the other, it either attracts it or it repels it. Your body, my body, and every body on this planet, we have an electromagnetic field like a magnet around our body. And our energetic potential that's in our field is interacting with the energetic field of the magnetic potential of the planet. And there's 8 billion human beings, trillions of animals and other life forms on this planet that are electromagnetically interacting with each other, the way we treat the animal kingdom, the way we operate with the water and the air. We're affecting the electromagnetic potential of the consciousness, and that's going to cause a change one way or another. There's a change coming. It's either going to be a change based in love or a change based in fear, or a little bit of both, right? I prefer the love path personally. But thank you. Great question, Daniela. Is Jimmy the father of John? I get a strong yes for that. I get a strong yes for that. But I also feel like this kind of a pullback. I think I'm being told to tell you not to pursue it out of your fear. They're telling me to tell you, don't pursue this understanding from your fear. The results will not be pleasant if you let your fear guide your actions. The results will not be pleasant if you let your fear guide your actions. Wow, cool. I like that. Hi, guys. If you want your question answered, use the super chat feature. If you're on YouTube, use the Linktree link. If you're on TikTok, you can use the Linktree link and click the link in my bio. And it helps the channel out if you're using the PayPal link and you ask a single question for a small donation. Help this channel out, help it grow, help this information get out to more people, right? Humanity needs to wake up to what we're doing as a species collectively. Yeah. Question from Numi. Is there a meaning to dreaming of 2 white trucks, a tiny angel with long hair, a blue sky with clouds, bright white orbs? Again, there's 2 elements to this. They all operate on all 3 realms of your consciousness. One represents information of structure and movement in the physical dimension. The other represents the energetic connections in consciousness between yourself and the frequencies of love. And the other is your realization of your higher consciousness. The orbs is a realization of your connection to your higher consciousness. So again, body, mind, soul, spirit, right? And you're getting aware of both. You're beginning in a process of integration. There's a process of integration happening where your physical dimension, your mental dimension, and your spiritual dimension are now beginning to work in harmony together so that you can creatively function more deliberately. You'll find too that some of the things that you want to manifest are going to start happening really, really fast. Really fast. Really cool. Great question, Numi. Hi, guys. Hi. That's right. What turned my living room light on from my position to very bright white while watching TV 3 nights ago? I get strong that it was Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is trying to draw your attention to bringing more higher vibrational energy into your life. Stop watching TV, by the way. Stop watching TV. Start going inward. You're here to create. You're not here to be subjective to the world. But he's telling you, cut away from those things that don't serve you. Don't let your mind get captivated by things that do not ennoble you and uplift your life. Right? Michael does that. Lights. Sometimes he drops things down too. Yes. Will I find the love of my life this year? Take off the question mark and take off the will and switch will and I around. I will find the love of my life. How does that feel for you? Remember, if emotion affects matter, then what we feel affects what we create. For you, how would you be feeling right now if the love of your life were sitting beside you and you were holding their hand and you were looking endearingly into each other's eyes? How would that feel right now? If you connect to that feeling and stay connected to that feeling, you'll begin to precipitate the actuality. But the nature and quality of your question presupposes that you have uncertainty around that possibility. But if you engage in the process the way I have just suggested to you, then the feeling energy of them being with you right now is the energy you must walk with, talk with, breathe with, awake with, go to sleep with that feeling that they are with you now. And it shall be done. I like that. That's cool. Hi, guys. Oh, thank you, Andrea. Appreciate that super chat. Wonderful. Yeah. Just wanted a message about how to get money to help my life. Remember, emotion is the stuff. Emotion is the stuff that coordinates and orchestrates what's happening in your physical life. And the thoughts and emotions you have around money are generating an energy field that's counter to what you want. So what I would ask you to do, yes, I will. Sorry, they're just telling me to say this to you. What I want you to do right now is just sit down. If you've got a dollar bill around you, if you've got a penny around you, if you've got any money around you at all, hold it in your hand for a second. Just literally like hold it in your hand. And as you hold it in your hand, allow yourself to go into a feeling of joy, like connect a feeling of joy to that money. The idea of money. You must access an energy that represents what you truly desire. And if having more money is something that will give you great joy, then you must connect to great joy. You must create the feeling of good joy within yourself. Connect that feeling of joy to the substance of money. So now that which is invisible in the form of energy connects to the physical reality of the substance, thereby energizing the substance to manifest in your life. But this must be articulated on a frequent basis for you. You must have only the feeling of joy about everything with regards to the function of money, the feeling of money. Anytime you encounter any thought or experience with money, let your joy be present there, and it shall increase. It shall increase quite rapidly for you. Yeah, like literally sit with your money, like even if it's a penny, sit with it and go into great joy about money. But sometimes if you hold it in your hands physically and you go, I'm so grateful. If you go to pay a bill, I'm so grateful. It's really true. When you start to go into joy and gratitude around money, no matter how it appears to be right now, I'm told for you 7 days, there's going to be something that will happen within the next 7 days for you. If you do this, if you really, really commit yourself to doing this, getting into joy about paying every bill, everything that you have to pay money for, everything that you receive money from, go into great joy about it. No matter how great or how small the money or the bill is, be grateful and joyful about it. And within the next 7 days, if you're diligent in this, you'll get a result. Then you can share that result with us. We really appreciate it. Hi. Yes, I understand that. Thank you for all those stars. I really appreciate those starfish. Thank you so much, guys. Why are dreams so quickly forgotten? This is a great question. And I asked that question a couple years back. And what I was told is the reason dreams are forgotten is because you come back into the physical body. Because dreams are happening on the astral realm. They're not happening in the physical dimension. So your awareness goes up to the astral realms where you experience information on that realm. And then when you come back into your body, you leave that information there. So you know it happened. And again, if you make a decision before you go to sleep that I will remember my dreams, and you do that every night, I'm excited about the dreams I will remember. And you do that each night, you'll train the physical body and the physical brain to receive that information. You condition the system to receive that. You tell it, you say, I will remember. You tell the mind and body, you will always remember the dreams that you have with great clarity. You've got to teach the body and mind to remember that. Because they don't live on the astral realm. Your mind and body are physical things. Your physical mind, that is the brain, and the body live in a physical dimension. Dreams happen on an astral dimension. Although the physical brain can react to dreams, because the astral realm and the physical realm are blended into each other like that. They're different realms by degree. So you can have a dream and it will affect the physical. That's why in research into dreams, they can see the brain and the eyes moving and reacting and responding because the astral realm interacts with the physical realm. But when you are in a dream state and you come back into your body, most people do not remember their dreams because they leave the astral realm and they're back in the physical realm exclusively. But you can train the mind and body to remember dreams, to remember them, right? Very exciting. Good question. Happy Saturday to you too, Wendy. Really appreciate it. Does Metatron have a message for you? Sit in the Merkaba. He says you need to sit in the Merkaba. Sit into the Merkaba and receive the multi-dimensional lines of information. So every point of the Merkaba is bringing information in to the physical dimension. The vibration of the Merkaba facilitates bringing information into the biological dimension. Feel the different points of the Merkaba as they transmit information into you. You can focus specifically on one point or another in order to gather specific information from each point. Or you may simply allow the information to be just downloaded into your system and allow it to come up when it's ready to come up. I like that. It's really cool. Hi there. I've been trying lots of dreams of people. I've been having lots of dreams of people from my past. I need to let go of emotions attached for them. Yes, you do. In our Masterclass 102, we teach you how to train your mind and body to release old emotions, because every experience you have had in this lifetime, your body remembers. It doesn't forget. It remembers them all. So it holds and retains memory and emotion. And you've got to teach the system to release emotion from that event or that person. You won't lose memory, you'll actually enhance it. But yeah, you have to teach your body. We go into great detail on how to release old, dense emotions from your body. Sign up for the 102 Masterclass. Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com or torontomedium.com. Sign up for the course and learn how to release those emotions from the system. Because yeah, dreams can come from your past. They can come from your future. They can come from your soul. They can come from the higher self. Information like that can come from many different sources, but it sounds to me like you're recognizing that these are coming from old memories, old experiences that are still stored in the body. And you can release them. You can literally release trauma from the body. There's really simple ways. We do that in our Masterclass 102. And it's the Ascended Master. I am just a vehicle, literally. The information that comes from me is just, I allow it to flow through. During our Masterclasses, you're literally communicating with ascended masters and multidimensional beings that are teaching you directly their knowledge, their way, their understanding of a unique and distinct way of healing your mind, healing your body, and awakening yourself, right? Yes, I understand that. Yeah. Are implants real? If so, how to remove them? This is a great question. Implants can come in a variety of different ways. There's actual physical implants that have been going on now. I mean, there's spraying stuff in the skies right now that are getting implanted in people. And for those of you that are interested in knowing, if you have ever heard of a substance called zeolite, you want to take that. But ultimately, you can change, and again, you can learn this in our Masterclass series, how to alter and change the way the electromagnetic energy in your body and mind are working through meditation. You can train your mind and train your body so that certain frequencies, certain substances can't enter your body. There are now implants that are doing chip implants. They've used different things over the last couple of years to implant things into people's body, not just mRNA technology, but they're implanting other things. So yes, implants are real. Can you get rid of them? Yes, there are simple ways of doing that. And again, once you can control your energy, you'll alter and affect how things will affect you. Certain things cannot come into your life when you're in a certain state of consciousness. Everything that's happening in your life is happening because you are in a state of energy that allows those things to be part of your experience, right? Got a super chat here. Andrea, hi, Andrea, is asking, I want to ask if my body is keeping trapped energy, causing inflammation and weight gain. I get a strong yes for that, Andrea. But I'm also being told that you might want to look at changing the type of salt that you use to Celtic sea salt. Change the salt you're using to Celtic sea salt. And don't be afraid to use about a teaspoon of that a day for about a week. Like a teaspoon, sprinkle it on your food for about a week. A teaspoon of that a day. That'll start to rebalance some of the systematic things. But yes, some of the older emotions that you're holding into your body will become symptomological. When you hold a long-term emotion in the body, it impinges upon the natural function. If you're holding anger in your body, like when people get angry, their faces tighten up, their hands tighten up. You'll learn all this stuff. Sign up for our masterclass. Like you'll learn it all there. You'll learn all this stuff in our masterclasses, and you'll learn it from the best teachers that exist. Come and learn it. But yeah, you want to release those old emotions. Our one or two master classes, one of the best classes for that. Yes, thank you so much. Why do I randomly find dimes immediately from them? That are feet. I feel they are from our guardian angel. They are. They absolutely are. Again, the statement. There should be this old saying, "It's your dime." It means it's your opportunity to connect your guides and angels. Our Masterclass 101 is an introductory course that teaches you how to begin to open up the communication pathways between yourself, your guides, your angels, other multidimensional beings that you're here to work with. And there's an actual step-by-step process that you can go through specifically and meticulously. And all the ascended masters know this. Every yogi, every mystic has learned to connect to God, the higher self, the other dimensions, the Pleiadians, other telepathic species. But there's a way you have to train your mind and body so that they can open up to receiving that information. And again, our Masterclass 101 starts March the 9th. You've got about a month and a bit to register, but go register now. Don't waste any time. Get registered now so you secure your spot in the course. Really, it's important. But yeah, I love it when they do that, the dimes. For me, I was about a couple of years ago, I was asking for a message from one of my guardian angels, and I thought of the way that I said the way I want the message is I would like a hawk's feather. And at that time, I was living in the very downtown center of Toronto. So I walk out the front of the building 10 minutes later. As I'm walking down the street, this hawk's feather literally drifts down right in front of me and lands right beside me on the sidewalk. I've got that hawk feathers put away somewhere, but it's quite amazing that, yeah, your guides and angels, they are real things, everybody. Everyone has them. Everyone has them. Not everyone is aware of them. But in order to perceive them, you have to learn how to shift your perceptual apparatus from the five sensory self, the personality, to the multisensory self, to the realm of clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance, which you get to learn about throughout the Masterclass program. You get to learn and understand how you can train your mind and body to be a proper vehicle for receiving guidance and information from your guides, your angels, the ascended masters, God, if you like, or the other deities that are available to you. These are things that you have to learn, right? Most people are so stuck in the world. This is the only real world, that they don't have a mechanism of perceiving anything else, and that's fine. You're free to believe this is the only life, but you're going to be in for a surprise when the body ceases to function and the personality dissolves back into the dust from whence it came. That you'll find you're still in existence in a very different way than you currently know, though. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you for the question, Andrea. I really appreciate that. Yes, guardian angels will do that all the time. I have very vivid dreams, but in my way back, I lose them. Yeah, I know, but you have to train the body. You have to train the body and mind to remember that realm of information. You have to train them. Because remember, most people have been trained to believe that everything you can know or understand or experience comes from this world. And you all know that that's not true. Think about it. Inspiration, intuition, all natural tendencies that we have that let you perceive, receive, and know beyond what you know. But most people have been trained to believe the only place you'll get what you need is from the world. That's bullshit. The physical body is only one facet of your being. The thinking mind is another facet of your being. You are another facet of your being. And there's a higher aspect to yourself. There are many dimensions to who you are. There really are. Yeah. Hi. Do our ancestors get disappointed when we do not do the things we need to do? No. their hope is always that you will do what is right, but they understand that you are on your walk, you are on your path, you are on your walk to learn your purpose, to understand your function as a creator. But no, your ancestors are not angry at you. They're not disappointed in you. You're disappointed in yourself. That's what's going on. They're not disappointed in you at all. They're cheering for you and like, keep going, keep going. But you need to liberate yourself from your disappointment. You need to begin to connect to the things that are uplifting and empowering to your consciousness. The only reason people don't know what they're here to do, the only reason that people don't know what they're here to do is because they're so caught up in the educated mind, and you're so caught up in the physical world as being the only locus of your identity, the only source of information and knowledge available to you. And it's not. You must learn to differentiate between your mind and body and what you are, to gain access to information, to your purpose, because I don't care who you are, there's a part of you know that there's something more to your life than you're presently experiencing. That's because you know there is. But your mind and body that you've been trained into don't reveal it to you. What you've been taught by educational systems, what you've read in books, some of it may be incredibly valuable and useful. But for the most part, it takes you away from who you are. And you get caught up in all the information. Should I be this or should I be that? You get caught up in the information of what the world thinks you should be, or what you think you should be based on what you've been taught. And you have to wake up. You have to wake up from what the world has made you into, to reconnect to what you are. You came here for a purpose and a reason for being. And you can't realize that, not because you can't, but because you're attached to what you've been taught and what you believe. Come join our masterclass 101 and go into the process of awakening. Awaken yourself from the slumber that you sleep in within your mind and body. Awaken yourself. Wake up. You have to realize your mind and body are not you. They are instruments that you use while in a physical dimension, that your consciousness can assert direction and authority over them. You are a soul and you have a purpose. You came into this world for a purpose. And the world didn't give you what that purpose is, because you are the purpose, but you have to understand who you are. And the world has taught you to believe you're John or Mary or Peter. You've been taught to believe you're someone you're not. That's who I am. That's what my birth certificate says. That's me. I'm William. That's who I am. That's not who I am. You're not the name that was given to you. You're not the information that's been given to your mind. That's not who you are. That's just information and biology and a label. But you're not the label. So I encourage you, you want to awaken, come join the masterclasses. 101 masterclass called Awakening. Awaken yourself from the slumber that this world has put you in. Educational systems, from grade school all the way up to university, they condition you into a system of belief and thought that keeps you confined to, in most cases, many of you find yourselves feeling that your life is meaningless, not because it is, but because the information that you've been given, the beliefs you've been given, are meaningless in terms of who you are. And you have to learn to transcend those beliefs and get past them. Get yourself into a place where you awake and go, wait a minute, who am I really? What do I really love being and doing? What really matters to me? And then connect to that energy. Get back into a relationship with who you really are, not who you've been told to think you are. Hi, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the gifter badge. Really appreciate that, guys. Thank you for sharing the live. I really appreciate it. Share this event with other people. Question. I've been told that I am a walk-in. What does that mean, please? In the spiritual community, there's lots of terms and names that have been given to different things. But the term walk-in from one school of thought says that the individual that originally came into that body decided to leave, and another individual soul came into that body, right? That's a general term. For me, the concept of a walk-in is not a walk-in, it's awaken. It's when you awaken, not a walk-in, when you awaken. That means you recognize this body, this mind that I have is not who I am. And that process of awakening creates a different perspective that you realize, oh, wait a minute, I have a mind, I have a body, and I can use them. Really, your body is just like a robot that will follow your instructions. Your body will do whatever you think it to do. It's designed that way, right? Your body was designed to follow your direction. But when you awaken, you suddenly realize, oh, I'm not this body, I'm not this mind. I am a soul. You are a soul, a non-physical entity interacting with a physical dimension through the realms of energy in the form of thought and emotion, which influence directly the realm of matter, time, and space. You are a soul. You are awakening, is what you are. Be careful what other people will tell you and evaluate it carefully. You are awakening. You are a soul. Every one of you is a soul interacting with a mind and a body. Great question. Still scrolling here. What happened to me when I was born? Hi, Katie. What happened to Kate when she was born? Yeah. There were qualities of thought and emotion that were present at the moment of your physical birth, the body's physical birth, not your birth. You were alive long before your body ever was. The body that you're in right now is only a temporary vehicle, but the one, yes, it didn't happen to you. It happened to the energy system of your body. There were certain qualities of emotion with the mother and father at that time that interacted with your field. Think of it. These emotional qualities that were present at your birth affected and influenced your biology. They don't have to influence or affect you, but they give you an opportunity to transcend them. If I take a single penny and I take a hammer and I bang one edge of that penny and bend it slightly, and then I start to stack pennies on top of it, that stack will start to slowly deviate on an angle. Whereas if the penny is not damaged and I stack a bunch of pennies on top of it, as long as they're not damaged anyway, they'll form a straight pillar up. That does not mean that you can't correct the emotional element of that period of your birth for the body. I tell you, you are not bound by time and space. You can literally go back to that event and correct it and heal it. You can energetically go back in time and space. Any one of you can do this. You can go back in time and space and alter and change the energetic events that have happened previously. And in so doing, you'll affect the current timeline you're on. So if you can go back to a place where maybe your family was a family that was very angry and frustrated and had drug and alcohol problems, and you can go back there and you can heal and release the old emotions from there. You really can do that and correct it. Go back to the moment of your birth. Go back to the moment of your birth and bring your love there. Bring love to that point of time and space. Bring love back to that point of time and space. All right, coolio. Hi, guys. Do you know who my guardian angel is? The name I'm getting is Evie. 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 E-V-I. E-V-I. The way it first came into my head was E-V-E. And then I looked at it and then they said, no, it's not. It's E-V-I. Evie. Evie. Speak their name and feel their energy. Speak their name and feel their energy right now. What's the lottery numbers in California? We don't do lottery numbers. We don't. We don't. We just don't. It just it's not what it's about. You got to feel it. What you feel becomes real. You don't feel it, do you? You don't feel it yet. You've got to feel it. Feel it. It'll happen. Someone's asking, any message for me? Thank you. This is super chat. Thank you so kindly. 1111. I love that number. Wow. Sorry, I'm just feeling this energy coming up into the solar plexus here, from the solar plexus to the heart chakra. It's an ascension of energy. You need to go out and ground today. Like, go get near the biggest tree you can find. Even if it's winter, go to the biggest tree that you can find. You need to sit against the tree, sit on the root with the root chakra of your body, like the very root chakra, against the tree. If you can sit on the root, that would be more preferable, to get the sacrum and the root chakra directly in touch with the tree. You need to ascend the energy up from the tree. Draw the energy up from the root of the tree all the way up to the top of the head. This is going to open up the crown chakra, and it's going to allow a download of information to have the space to come into your system. And I'm being told to tell you that he needs to do the same. I'm being told to tell you that he needs to do the same. He, whoever he is. I get it's a male figure, you know. He has to do the same. That's really cool. Hi, guys. It's not that you can't stay in touch with your guides and angels. It's that you're learning. You say it keeps getting stronger and then it gets weaker. When you try to connect to them, sometimes it gets stronger and then it gets weaker again. It's like anything else. Mediumship and connecting your guides and angels is like learning to walk or to talk or how to write or how to learn the alphabet. You practice and practice and practice. In our masterclass series, students are practicing every day from Sunday to Friday. There's a practice session every single day, Monday to Friday. And you're practicing sensing energies. You're practicing connecting to your guides and angels. You're practicing meditation. You have to practice to develop that skill. Connecting to your guides and angels, opening up those perceptual capabilities must be practiced. We include an element of using cards, oracle cards, for teaching students how to go within. And these are useful devices for training you to go within, to access information that's not available to you immediately. But you have to learn to open up those faculties: clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance, your non-physical senses. You must learn to develop them, right? You can learn to develop them. We teach how to do that. It's an amazing thing. I can tell you, we see so many people that had no awareness. Sometimes some of them had no awareness they had guides or angels, and suddenly they experienced them. I remember we had one student who thought she had this dark, scary being. She kept seeing this shadow, and she kept ignoring it. It was frightening for her. She didn't even know what it was. And then her first time she was brought to connect to it, it turned out it was her mother. Her mother, she could actually see the energy field of her mother, and she thought it was something else. And then she knew it was her mother, and she could now communicate with her mother from that point forward. You have to learn to change the way in which you perceive time, space, and matter to perceive realms of information beyond it. It's really cool. Here we go. Yeah, they do program us. Somebody's saying they do program us. I'm undoing the mess created by them. Soul's journey. Yeah, remember, most humans have been conditioned by conventional education, especially in the Western world. You've been taught a certain way of learning that says what you need and what you want comes from outside you. You don't grow your own food anymore. You get it from a grocery store. Money, you have to go get a job to get money. If you want to learn something, you have to go to school, you go to university. And there's nothing wrong with doing those things. However, when they take you away from yourself and you get conditioned into one way of thinking, feeling, and believing, it's not a good thing. That's why so many people are unhappy, because they think they're trying to get their happiness from out there, because they've been taught all the answers I need will come from my teacher, my books, or my radio. But the answers are within you. And I'm really happy to hear you're undoing that mess and you're remembering who you are. All of you are a spiritual consciousness. You really are. Time to wake up. Oh, you're very welcome. Will I find a nice house to live in before June that I can afford? Again, the structure of your question and your thought produces an energy that's going to create a result in your life. And your question, let us read it to you again, the way you wrote it. Will I find a nice house to live in before June that I can afford? Restructure the energy by restructuring the question into a statement. Instead of will I will find a nice house before June and I can afford it. Restructure the question into a statement. You alter and change the developing energy that a thought form produces. When you restructure a thought, you restructure energy on a very subtle level. The more you repeat the thought, you reinforce the amplification of the structure of the energy. In this case, the energy of joy and excitement at this home that is being manifested by the thinking, I will have a home that is nice before June. The energy of that thought is different than thought, will I have a home? Different energy structure. Stay in restructuring your thoughts, you're restructuring energy within your biology that in turn emanates or radiates into the world, which causes and induces effects and changes in time, space, and matter. Wow, I love that. It's really cool. Here we go. Can I tell you about your chest pains? Drink more water right now. If you're getting chest pains right now or they're happening intermittently, listen, these ascension energies that are bombarding the planet from the sun, and the sun is getting bombarded from the galactic center. These energies are electromagnetic in nature, but they are also energies that will affect and influence your body, your mind, and your soul. The nature and quality of your thoughts, the things you need to do while this is going on. You need to stay properly hydrated. Make certain you're drinking a proper amount of water for your body every day. Make certain you go out, put your feet on the ground. Get your body grounded to the earth, please. You need to keep your body synchronized in a healthy way electromagnetically. You can do that with the earth. Make certain you eat more living food than dead cooked food. If you can do that, eat more living food than you can dead cooked food. Things like oranges and tangerines, apples, bananas, grapefruit, cherries, grapes. There's many different living foods you can eat. Fresh salads, all kinds of foods that you can eat that will be really, really beneficial for you. You'll learn that in the program. You'll learn that in the program. And stop drinking coffee. All of you, stop it. It's horrible what caffeine is doing to your body. It's a diuretic. It purges fluids from the system. It accelerates the heart rate. But for you specifically, start drinking more water. Start drinking more water. Go out and ground. Get your body electrically rebalanced with the earth. On bare feet. If you can get bare feet on the ground or bare hands on a tree if you're in winter season. But you need to connect to something that's going to ground you. Also, caffeine robs your body of magnesium and calcium, which are essential for your heartbeat, right? So yeah. In our masterclass, we expose you to a diet, a high vibrational diet where you learn to eat the foods that are going to raise the vibrational frequency of your body up. our Masterclass 101 Awakening, our Masterclass 102. All of these courses include a dietary element to it, so you can raise the frequency of your body, right? 102 is about liberation, 103 is about creation, and 104 is about transcendence. And there's different levels of evolution, but we carry the food part of the program right through. So the vibration of the foods alter. What you put in the body, you are what you eat, right? What you put in your body has a vibration to it. Anyway, you'll learn all about that in the masterclass too. Go sign up today. Get out there and sign up. It'll change your life. Somebody's saying here, I feel I'm meant for something more than I do now. It's like a power inside also frustrates me. Yes, a lot of people are going through that. In fact, most people, look at these people that live on the streets that are half drunk and half dead. They still stay alive because there's a spark inside them that knows there's something more to life. They just don't know what it is because they've been conditioned to think and believe in certain ways, and the limiting thinking and believing that they've been given by the environment traps them in a downward spiral. And in your condition, in your state, you find yourself recognizing, I know I'm here for something. You know it. Every one of you knows this. And until you can get outside of your own thinking mind, what you've been taught to believe, get past the identity of your personality, you can't get access to information that you don't have inside your mind. In the process of our masterclasses, you will learn to shift your awareness away from what you know to what you don't know. And it's the realm of information that you don't know that will give you the information that will let you alter and change your life. Because you can't change your life from what you already know. You can't change your life from what you already know, because what you already know is what's given you the life you're in right now. Go sign up for the masterclass. It'll be such an amazing journey for you to free yourself from the past, to begin to restore your body to vitality and divinity, to restore your consciousness to its rightful throne in consciousness, so that you can direct your mind and body from a place of what you want, not from what the world has taught you to believe you should hope for and desire and dream and want. And they are trapping more and more people with sensualization, the pornography industry, food that's not good for you. They got you conditioned into sensations and being just a body, a meat sack, and you're not a meat sack. But you've been trained that way. Wake up. Come to 101 Masterclass Awakening and awaken. Wake your body up from the pain of what's been done to it. Wake yourself up from the pain that's been programmed into your mind by the environment. You know, they got you fighting amongst each other. They divided. They got you into the illusion that because your skin color is different, that there's something wrong with one or the other. That's bullshit. You have to realize there are dark, evil forces in this physical dimension, as much as there are light, loving forces in this dimension. And if you pull your attention away from evil, nothing will sustain it. It's only your attention to your fear, your anger, your guilt, your shame, to blame, to attack, to fault finding. It's only your attention to those things that gives evil its life in our society. And when I say our society, I mean our human society globally. It's only allowing evil in: judgment, attack, fault finding, greed. It's the only thing keeping us stuck. It's the only thing keeping you trapped. And you can get out of the trap really quickly. You can get out of the trap in a few short weeks. Get out of their trap, the trap that you've been stuck in. And remember who you are. You are a divine entity. You really, really are. Yes, it's true. More water, healthy living, food, grounding, earth, all that stuff. Yeah, for sure. No coffee. Stop coffee. It's one of the biggest drugs they have people drinking. I can't do it without my coffee. I need my coffee boost, you say to yourself. What it is an amphetamine. Caffeine is an amphetamine, okay? And so they make people sick and weak with the food and the garbage they get you to believe is good for you. The candy, chocolate bars, and all that stuff that's so good for me, right? That draws your energy down and debilitates your body. You got to break away from that. Break away from it. Break away from that programming. So true. Hi, guys. Am I autistic, William, or just anxiety ridden? Hi, AJ. No. Listen to me. You are artistic, not autistic. Okay, you are artistic, not autistic. The anxiety that you have is an aspect of yourself that's afraid about the future because of things that have already happened to you. And yes, I will. I'm being asked to do. They want to do this with you. If you're willing to do this, AJ, just sit down. If you're not already sitting, take a deep breath and relax. And what we want you to do is we want you to feel your anxiety. We want you to bring your awareness to your anxiety, to the place where it is the most intense. Bring your awareness there. And when you get to the point in the anxiety where it's the most intense, we want you to think and speak these words to your anxiety. Think and speak these words to your anxiety. I am with you. I am not going to ignore you. I will not abandon you. Because I'm willing to love you. Speak those words to your anxiety and observe how it reacts and responds. I am with you. I will not ignore you. I will not abandon you. I am willing to love you. And repeat those 4 phrases to your anxiety slowly and intentionally, and observe how the anxiety reacts and responds as you give them each of those thoughts. Because what you need to know is that you can alter and change emotional energy. Energy can't be created or destroyed, but it can be changed from one state to another. And so, AJ, please do that for the 4 phrases are this. I am with you. I will not ignore you. I will not abandon you. I'm willing to love you. And just repeat those 4 phrases for about 1 or 2 minutes, like as if you really mean them. Speak them with your voice and your words sounding like you really mean that. And just observe and experience how the energy of what you call anxiety shifts and changes. And then leave a comment in the comment section about what you experienced, AJ, okay? So other people get to bear witness to what you experience, because you could inspire other people if you experience the change that I know you can experience by applying what they had you just apply to your own energy, because anxiety is just energy. It's not who you are, it's energy you have. Thank you for bringing that up and sharing that. Can children attend your master classes? We have, as long as they're with a parent or a certified guardian, they can certainly do that. We've had children in the classes. Parents have brought their children to the classes, and they've witnessed wonderful things happening. One time we had a child that was really extremely anxious and rowdy and rambunctious, and the mother during a meditation moved into a state, and the child was competing for their attention, and the mother moved into this state of love. She moved in this complete energy of love, and she radiated the whole room with this vibration of love, and the child came over to her, laid into her lap, and put her head upon her bosom and settled into that with her. We've witnessed that happen quite frequently with children that come to class. Yes, they can come, as long as there's a parent with them, right? But yeah, animals are welcome too, by the way. Animals are welcome too. Question from Sophia. I purged a lot of darkness during my ayahuasca ceremony yesterday, but at the same time, I felt the purging can be endless from the outside world closing in. Any advice for the next ceremony? Well, you can use, and many people have done this. Shamans have done it for centuries. if not millennium, where they use substances to alter the state of the individual. But ultimately, the goal here is to get the individual to awaken to who you are, and recognizing your mind and body are not who you are. In your case, there's a little simple exercise they gave me to do. It's very simple. And what you do is you sit down and you imagine that your body's surrounded by a white sphere of light. A white sphere of light. And once you can feel or sense that that imaginary sphere is around your body, and remember, once you start to imagine it, you're actually creating an energy in your field. So that sphere will energetically be there. Once the sphere, you feel it around your body, you've got the image and you can feel it. My whole body's surrounded by this white sphere of light. Once you can feel that, then you want to think these thoughts into the sphere. Only love can enter this space. Only love can leave this space. And you want to repeat those words, directing those words into the structure of the sphere, filling the space within the sphere. Only love can enter this space. Only love can leave this space. You want to go very deeply into that. Remember, if you're watching, subscribe to my channel. If you're on TikTok, become a subscriber today. Subscribe and support this channel. Every little bit you can do to help this channel keep running and operating will be really greatly appreciated, right? And share it with other people as well. Share this live event. Hi, YouTube. Someone's asking, do you have one-on-one personal sessions also? And what state do you live in? Please, God bless. I don't live, the only state I live in is love. I'm not based in the US, but I do one-on-one readings, half hour, 1 hour readings. They're really, really amazing. And what happens is you book your reading and you'll receive a notification about how to prepare for your reading. So you prepare 10 questions for the reading. And what happens is when you come in, those questions are not going to only get answered. Most of the time, those questions are all answered before the reading's even over. Before you even ask the question, most of them get answered. Your guides, your angels, the ascended masters that will work with you and come through for you know exactly what you need to know at any time. They know exactly what you need to know because your soul's communing with them energetically. Just that your mind and body are disconnected from them. But yeah, so it's a 1 hour process or a half hour process, depending on what you choose. I hold the sessions are held on Skype. The session is recorded for you to download immediately afterwards. You can download your session immediately afterwards so that you can review it, because you're going to get so much information, so much knowledge, and so much understanding that you won't be able to keep up with it. You can't write and keep up with it, but you'll have the recording so you can review it again and again and again and get all the juicy stuff out of it that's going to help your life go in the direction that they're assisting you in going, because they will. Your guides and angels, when you start reaching out to them, they start to work actively with you, especially when you start becoming aware that they are real, that you do receive guidance, that you're not just receiving number sequences by chance. But that's how it works, Serge. And you can absolutely book a one-on-one with me. Go do it right now. You can book a reading with me at williammichaelforbes.com or torontomedium.com. You can book your own time and date in the calendar that's there, so you can choose the time that's best for you, right? What's that?
In your link tree.
Yeah, it's also my Linktree link in my bio on TikTok if you want to book a one-on-one session with me. Thank you. I got another guy. I got a flesh and blood guardian angel too. Yeah, we got that. Felicia is asking, what message do my ancestors have with me? I'm being told to tell you to bring your spirit to the heart of the earth. Feel her heartbeat. Become one with her. Be her champion. Be her caregiver. Bring the revelation of her messages to the world. Wow. So connect to Gaia. You want to really connect to Gaia. Hang on here. I think I got messages. You can also use the, let me just check this here. Okay, we're good to go. Okay, so here we are. Yeah, that's really cool, Felicia. Connect to Gaia. You know, everything is alive around you. Every molecule responds and reacts to you. The earth is a living being. The earth is a living, sentient being. Isn't that amazing? That somebody, your ancestors want you to connect to that being and work with her. Work with her. Very beautiful. Oh, you're welcome, Serge. I look forward to having a reading with you. It'll be a lot of fun. William, can you resonate with my friend, my third eye, and tell me what my gifts are? I'm having a hard time. You can't force it, okay? You're putting a lot of force on it. You know what happens if you try to poke an eye? Try that. Even if you do it yourself, you try to poke your own eye, right? You try to poke your own eye, it will close. You can't force your eye to open. It already is. You need to allow yourself to see, to feel. The third eye is not on the forehead, but it is in the very center of the physical brain, a place you call the pineal gland. You want to bring your awareness there. Bring your awareness there and speak these words. I'm willing to see. I'm willing to see. You must not try to force the eye open. It already is. You must become willing to see what the eye sees. You must be willing to hear what the ear hears. Your willingness is more important than trying to force anything to happen. So many of you are trying to force yourself into enlightenment. No, there's a gentle process where you get the mind and body out of the way gently, kindly, lovingly, and you begin to allow yourself to expand in consciousness, to be liberated from the mind, the body, and the personality where your trying originates from. You are not your body. You are not your mind. You have a body and you have a mind. When you understand how to utilize them, you can utilize all the other gifts that you have of clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance. You have many gifts, many, many gifts. Don't force it. Do not force it. It'll be much easier if you do not use force. I'm willing to see. I'm willing to hear. I'm willing to know. I'm willing to feel. Be willing. Be willing, open, and receptive. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Wow, look at that, eh? So if one wants to find a job, so if one wants to find a job, what do they do? Getting desperate. Your desperation will create more desperation. They say this a lot, and so I'm going to say it again. They say, if you can feel how you would feel if you had what you wanted right now. Like, let's imagine, this is just an example. They want me to tell you too that this does not mean that you'll get this job, but you'll create the energy for getting a job that's like that energy. So what they're telling me to tell you is do this. If you could literally wake up tomorrow morning and know that you could do the job, you'd be in the job right now, the job that you would love to do, any job that you would love to do. Think about any job you would love to do right now. And as you think about doing that job you love, notice what you start to feel. That maybe you're a teacher, maybe you're a healer, maybe you're a dad or a mom, maybe you're a lawyer or a doctor, or maybe you've found a job you love, but choose a job in your mind that you would love to do. Maybe you're a supervisor. Choose in your mind, if I had a job to do that I loved, this would be it. The moment you conceive of that, I would love to do this, and I would love to do this, the feeling you get about that, the feeling you get about being able to do that, that's the feeling, that's the emotion that you want to feel. That emotion. Stay in the energy of that emotion. Use your breath to build that emotion. You need to stay in the energy of that feeling. It's not about the job anymore. It's now about the energy that will create the job for you. Because you do not know what job you really want to do, or you would be doing it right now. So you need to connect to the energy that having a job that you would love feels like. And in so doing, and staying with the feeling that this job that I would love to do, and the feeling that you get because of that feeling, you must stay close to it, build it, strengthen it, empower it, connect to it. And then the job that you are in alignment for with that energy will certainly show up quite quickly for you. It will show up quite quickly when you are the energy. But if you are in desperation, that is a different energy. Yes. I've been there, done that. You're very welcome. Somebody said, I did that for the pain for 1 week and it left. Yes, good for you. I haven't noticed AJ yet, but there's a lot of questions here. If you got a question, you must have it answered. Even if I don't answer it today, go to the Linktree link in my bio on TikTok, or the Linktree link under any of my videos, and click on the Linktree link. You can ask a single question too. You can ask a single question using the PayPal link for asking a single question on my Linktree account, right? You can also register and book any one of the courses or classes also through my Linktree. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, Justin, she says she wants you to stop being so afraid. You get out there and do it. Have fun. Don't be afraid. Don't let your fear stop you. She doesn't want your fear to stop you. Stop it. Stop fearing. That's right. That's right, Leslie. That's right. That's right. You don't have to sift through anything. Oh, uppercase caps. Interesting. Let go of your anger. You need to let go of your anger. Let go of my ego. You need to surrender your anger. Because the thing that you're needing right now will come into your life. The thing you're needing will come into your life when you release the veil of anger. You must release the veil of anger from your body. You must release it. People don't realize that when they hold on to certain emotions, you're holding on to certain experiences. The things that are happening in your life are because of certain emotions you hold in your body. The things that are happening in your life are because of the emotions you hold in your body. Change your energy in your body, you'll change what starts happening around you. It's a beautiful thing. Every one of our students has remarked on how their lives change. The people change, events change, circumstances change, simply because they change their energy. Right? Well, there's a little bit more than that, because they have to practice certain things to develop the skill to change their energy. Okay, I think I'm going to take one more question here, and then we'll call it a day. But I think I'm going to come back and visit you guys a little later today. Ashley's asking, is my son around me? Any message? I need to know. Yeah, I'm not lost. He says he wants you to stop feeling lost. He wants you to know he is with you. He wants you to do the things you always loved doing when he was alive. Do the things you love. Don't stop living. Don't stop living. I want you to be really happy. I want you to be so happy, Mom. I want you to be really happy. That's what I want. I want that for you. Yes. If you're, just feel that from him. Feel that energy from him. So get back to doing the things that you love doing. right? That's what he wants for you. Do the things you love doing. Don't give up because of that loss. He's saying there's room for other things now. There is. What a gift. Guys, I love all of you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you for coming out. I'll look forward to seeing you guys on Monday mornings. Shortcuts for your soul. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day. And thank you all for your support. Bye for now.